Peace to the fam. Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. So good to be able to chat with you on this week. And it's definitely been a very blessed week. I'm proud to share with all of you that my son, Isaiah Elijah, has graduated high school on this past Tuesday. And my son is going to college to pursue a degree in accounting. So I'm very excited about that. And I said that to say this: a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. 18 years of my son's life, I invested in my son's life. And there were times him and I, we had disagreements with one another. However, we worked through that. And now I'm a proud dad of a high school graduate that's in transit to pursuing his degree to be an accountant. 18 years of paying child support and investing in my son's life. And of course, parenting is never over because there's always questions that a child or children may have, in regards to life in general. So I also wanted to touch bases on how I've had visions and I've had dreams. And there's been times where I didn't really think that it was going to actually come into fruition because of the opposition that I was facing in my life. And there were times in my life that I was discouraged and I did want to give up because things wasn't moving as expeditious as I wanted it to move. And so thus I began to doubt the call on my life for me to be a motivational speaker and for me to actually be a mentor. And sometimes, it became very disheartening because, it seemed like the individuals that I was investing time into and sharing the wisdom with, it was as if though those persons were not valuing the information that I had deposited within them. I had taught a heritage class and I had asked the students the next time I had visited after the class when I went back again to teach another class. And prior to me going into the class that I was getting ready to teach, I asked the question, I asked who actually read the information that I had disseminated to you. And so there were very few hands that went up, and that was very disheartening because I put a lot of time into the information to research it, and my wife had assisted me administratively for the information to be put on paper and to be handed out to them. And it was in regards to the inventors, the African inventors that actually invented inventions that made an impact within, the world, not only just on a national scale, but international scale, things that we all utilize to this very day, things that have made life more convenient for us, and in some instances, even making it more safe for us. So, with that being said, they didn't, value what I had, given to them. And those things that I had given to them would have actually changed their life. And so one may say, how could, you just simply teaching heritage, how could that change their life? Because it would have given them a sense of confidence to know that just because they're African, that does not mean that their ethnicity is a hindrance to them, and it does not diminish their intelligence. And so, you want to encourage people and to lift them up, but it seems like as if though they don't care about themselves, although you care about them. And so we have to keep that in mind that, your labor is not in vain. Just because everyone doesn't embrace what you're saying doesn't mean that somebody isn't getting it, because after that class, a young man came up and walked up to me, and he told me, he said, I'm getting ready to graduate from this juvenile detention center, and I want to thank you, for your words of encouragement, and so, just that one mind was touched. Just the one mind was touched. One young man come walk up me and told me that, and that had encouraged me. So I'm here to tell you that, don't give up just because things doesn't happen instantaneously. I want to encourage you, whatsoever it may be in your life that you're pursuing, whether it's spirituality, whether it's a business, whether it's a career, or you seeking a higher education, whether it's entrepreneurship, whatsoever it is in your life that you're pursuing, you can never win if you quit. First and foremost, you can't accomplish something that you never put forth effort to do. You must first put forth the effort. And if you do so, then I highly encourage you for you not to give up just because you have resistance. Let me utilize weight training for you. Resistance actually in weight training is a portion that helps actually to build strength. And in turn, it builds muscle. Okay? So you may face some opposition in your life, but I want you to fully understand that those things are coming into your life to build character. The very thing sometimes that builds character in our life is the very thing that some of us fight. And that's the reason why there's no transformation in our life, because we run away from the resistance piece. And when things get tough, unfortunately, some of us, we abandon ship. Don't abandon ship. Continue to persevere. Continue to press on. Continue to toil. And then eventually you'll see the fruits of your labor. It is imperative for you not to give up. Listen, you may not get a standing ovation. You may not get accolades. You may not hear encore. But I'm here to tell you, and I'm a living witness of this, that seeds have been sown in my life. And unfortunately, after I have received wise counseling, I went out and I did what I wanted to do. But one day, the wisdom that was instilled in me began to combat the foolish mentalities that I had, and it began to confront those things, and wisdom began to speak to me and began to tell me that if I continued to live the life that I was living, because I was selling drugs and I was gang banging, that I was going to end up, either incarcerated for a long time or losing my life. And guess what I heard? I heard the wise instruction of all of those who had taken out their time to invest in me, and those very thoughts began to start to seem to me to be foolish, and I began to recognize I was just throwing my life away, wasting my time, doing things that I knew I shouldn't have been doing. And now today, here I am talking to a group of you, reaching lives in a positive way. So I want you to fully understand again, do not continue to allow doubt to arrest your mind and keep you in a place of stagnation. It's time for you to step out. It's time for you to, stop doubting your abilities. You'll never know unless you try. And even if you do not succeed the first time, you try again. Think about the inventions that we have today. The inventors didn't get it at the first time. They continued to try, and now I'm talking to you via webcam. Now we're talking on cell phones. We're driving cars. We're flying in airplanes. So whatsoever it is that you are pursuing in your life, I encourage you to continue to do it, and it shall manifest. It shall soon come to pass. I remember when I first started Black Community Empowerment, it was just a thought. And I remember I was telling people one day I won't, continue to talk to you via holding the telephone and recording the videos. Then I met Brother David Miller who is the overseer of and owner of the Major Visibility Provider Program, and he produced the Black Community Empowerment, the first 2 episodes. In fact, he did more than 1 episode. We have more than 1 episode uploaded on our YouTube channel. But I remember it was just a thought one day. And let me tell you something, man. You know, things went wrong that day too. When David and I were trying to upload, you know, the video, oh man, it was all type of technical difficulties. But we didn't stop. We continued to go forward. And now Black Community Empowerment is no longer just a thought. It's no longer just a conversation. Now it's a real world YouTube channel that's impacting the lives of our people within the community. Remember, Black Community Empowerment is a place where your mental, your spiritual, and your physical and financial well-being is of our concern. Also, if you're in the Pompano Beach area or you're in any outlying cities within this particular area, I am a proud member of the New Game Movement. I'm a mentor there. We mentor young men from the ages of 7 through 17. And you can find us on Facebook as well. New Game Movement is spelled N-U, then Game, G-A-M-E, Movement, M-O-V-E-M-E-N-T. And we're here for, you know, these young men. As a matter of fact, if you're interested in being a mentor, you know, reach out to us, man. You know, we're getting out here in the community. We're trying to reach these young men. You know, we have the school to prison pipeline that's going on, and we're trying to mitigate that. We're men that are trying to fix the problems, you know, that we started within the community, man. We want to show some love. And also, the Black on Black crime panel is going in Miami-Dade College on next Saturday on June the 10th. It's going from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You know, I want to present that to you. I would love to see you out there. I would love to meet you. We're just a group of men and women, a group of family members that never met each other, that's coming together to talk about some solutions, not just talk about the problem, but to come up with real solutions to help. Listen, I'm out here in the community. I go to the Juvenile Detention Center. All right, we're mentoring young men, the New Game Movement. In fact, on tomorrow, we're taking the graduates on a trip, the ones who's graduated from the New Game Movement Mentorship Program. We have a curriculum established. We're a 501c3, you know, organization. So we would love to assist you. You know, we would love to be there for your young men. If you would like to participate, you know, please inbox me. Please feel free. If you, again, even if you don't live here, if you know a family member that lives in Pompano Beach, Florida, or again within any outlying cities, we get ready to start the program up here real soon. Listen, the only thing you gotta do is reach out to us and contact us. I'll be more than happy to give you my telephone number. I would love to sit down with you and network with you, you know, for us to build one another up within this community. So let's show some positivity today, brothers and sisters. Let's show some love. I love all of you. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate your support, my wife and I. My wife is the one that helped assist me to create Black Community Empowerment. I love my wife so much. Her name is Amari. Okay, so listen, please, my name is Amar, okay? Brothers and sisters, my name, A-M-A-R-E. A lot of you keep calling me sis, all right? That my wife's name is Amani, all right? I am Amar, okay? So I love you guys. And listen, remember, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. You got to keep going until you cross the finish line, until you win the reward. Peace and many blessings. I love you.